So OnlyFans just banned some spicy content, and obviously I can't say the word on YouTube, but I do just want to give you a trigger warning. In the very beginning of this video, I have some very strong opinions on this, and I'm not going to hold anything back. Let's get into it. So as you can see here in this article from CNBC, it says Prawn made OnlyFans a powerhouse. Now it's banning its spicy content after pressure from the banks. We all know that OnlyFans has made its name off of that prawn, off of that, I'll just say it, sexually explicit content. It is what it is. That's why they're successful. That's the only reason why they're successful. And a lot of people, and I'm not ever going to blame the women that are on OnlyFans. I'm never going to put them down, because it's not their fault that these lonely men are willing to pay for the stuff that they're willing to pay for. I think that if you pay for that stuff, for one, I would never respect anyone who ever pays for any of that stuff. You're straight up a loser if you're paying for that stuff. There's no way around it. You are a loser if you pay for that stuff. There's ways you can get it for free. There's ways you can go out in public. If you really care that much about getting it, you can go out in public and actually talk to people and actually talk to women. I would recommend not doing that. I would recommend just working on yourself and let the women come to you. That's just my opinion. Maybe I'll get more into that later on in the video or in a different video. I don't think that you should be focused on women until you are completely successful, until you are completely happy with your level of success, and then maybe focus on women a little bit. But in my opinion, they should definitely not be a focus, not the main focus, not a focus at all in your life. That's just my opinion. But I think that these losers, these men, are making these women have these opportunities that I would be lying if I said that if I was a woman, I wouldn't be taking advantage of as well. If I was a woman, I'd be a millionaire in a year, and there's no question about it. I'd be selling my body like crazy. I would not have any shame at all. I would make so much money that it doesn't matter that OnlyFans banned sexually explicit content, because I would already have made all the money that I need in my entire life. Plus, I know some of these girls, I've talked to some of these girls who do this stuff, and they're just batching content, because let's face it, a lot of these people who do this, they will get older, and then they will be not as attractive. People will be not as willing to pay for their stuff. But if you just batch so much content that by the time you're older, you just have all this backlogged content that you can still put out from when you were younger, you can still continue to make money when you're older off of your younger body. That's what these people are doing. They have it all planned out. You know, people are saying that once this is banned, once they get older, they're going to go broke. And unless they're recklessly spending their money, that's not going to be the case. They'll be fine for life. But I don't, like I said, I don't blame this on the women. I blame this on the men that are willing to pay for this kind of stuff. And there's multiple reasons why this is happening, why the rise of this paid content is a thing. It's because, for one, for some reason, these men feel the need to take care of a woman. They want to feel like because they're lonely, they're alone, they're losers, and they want to feel the need. They want to feel like they're needed by someone. They want to take care of someone who's also giving them something in return in this prawn. But also it's because the dating marketplace has become globalized, and even before social media, which globalized the dating marketplace, it was very hard for an average man to get an average woman. Usually average women think of themselves as very much above average men. So it was already before social media extremely difficult for an average man to even get a girl. If you don't know, most of the people in the world who are virgins are men. So before social media, it was extremely hard for an average man to get a woman. And now that the dating marketplace has become globalized, where some dude in California can talk to a girl that's in New York with no problem at all, now it's even harder for the average man who would have just been, you know, in the proximity of the girl in California and could have gotten her simply because of proximity, because she didn't have access to everyone all over the country. Now she has access to anyone in the country that she wants. So all these people are DMing her from all over the place. So not only does she have all those options to choose over the average guy, but she's also not even going to look the average guy's way, because her ego, because her head has gotten so big off of all these guys blowing her up in her DMs, liking all of her pictures, all that stuff. So it's extremely hard for these men to get these women, which is why I always tell everyone who ever wants advice to not focus on women until you are a high value man, until you've reached the peak of what you want to be, until you reached the success level that you are happy with, where you can look back and say, you know what, I've done all I can, I've reached the peak of my success. Now I just want to, you know, calm down and kind of have some fun. That's what I would say. I just honestly think that if you are an average dude, it's a total waste of time for you to be chasing women. But that's why these people pay for stuff like this. But it still doesn't make any sense. You can Google this stuff and get it absolutely for free. But let's check out some of the outrage that's happening on Twitter. I know that was kind of off topic, but I just like giving people advice. But let's check out some of the outrage that has been happening on social media. This OnlyFans ban scares me, and it should scare you too. I don't think it should scare anyone. I just think it was a stupid move by a company that made its name off of something that it's now banning. And it's not completely banning it, it's only banning the actual, you know, act of doing certain things. It's not banning just pictures of feisty content. Like I said, trying to keep it YouTube friendly somewhat. It's pretty hard with this topic, but I don't think it should scare you at all. And another thing that a lot of people are saying is that you can go to Patreon or you can go to Reddit and do the same thing. but you really can. As this person tweeted out, on October 17, Patreon banned the content, Tumblr banned the content back in the day, Reddit also removed NSFW from r/all, and now OnlyFans has also banned the content. And I'm sure that all these people will just move to the next platform that will allow it. Maybe they'll even make their own platform that will end up allowing it. And then whenever that one gets big enough to where they want more investors and they can't get those investors because of the content that's on the site, they will then do the same thing that OnlyFans just did, and then everyone will jump to another platform. So these people aren't going to lose their jobs. They're not going to have to go out and get a real job. It is what it is. They're going to keep doing the same thing that they've been doing, and it's not their fault. It is the losers that are paying for it fault, to where they don't have to do anything with their life. They can sit inside, take pictures of themselves, and make a fortune doing it. And I know there's a lot of people out there that have been attacking other YouTubers that are talking about the situation, saying that these people are extremely lazy. For one, I don't think they're lazy. I think that they're smart. If they don't have to do hard work, why the hell would you? So it's not lazy, it's smart. And I don't love it. I don't love the idea that it exists, but it's not their fault that people are willing to pay for it. But a lot of these people are attacking these YouTubers that are covering this situation, saying, well, what do you do that's so much harder than what they do? How are you hardworking when you're doing something that's very similar to what they do? And in fact, they even say that the people that are on OnlyFans actually have a harder time making their content than someone like me does making my content. And I would agree with you from an outside perspective looking in. It looks like I just get in front of a camera, talk to the camera, and then upload a video, and it's that easy. I get, a couple thousand views or whatever. Sometimes the videos take off. It is what it is. And from the outside looking in, it does look like that. I would agree with you. It looks like I just, turn on the camera, talk to the camera, and then upload the video. But that's not it. That's what the people on OnlyFans get to do. But in my situation, and people like Geeks and Gamers situation, he also made a video. Yellow Flash also made a video. They're all attacking him, saying the same thing that I just said. In our situations, at least we have to do some sort of research before we turn the camera on. We have to go find these articles. We have to find the best topics that we can for the day, the things that people will be most interested in. We have to do SEO, or at least I do SEO research. I take a while to make my thumbnails. I try to make my thumbnails the best possible thumbnails I can do. I have to make good titles, good descriptions, all of that stuff. And there's also a lot of work that goes in around the YouTube channel, stuff like Discord, stuff like Twitter. We're all trying to promote our stuff all the time, and the OnlyFans people do that as well. But it's not just getting in front of a camera, talking to the camera, and uploading the video. It's not that simple. I would say that YouTubers probably have a tougher time, at least the people like, me, Yellow Flash, Geeks and Gamers, those types of guys. We actually sit there, we do our research before we turn the camera on, we make thumbnails, all that stuff. The OnlyFans people don't really have to do that. So I would kind of say that that's a little disingenuous to say that our job is easier than the OnlyFans people job, but you can have whatever opinion you want to have. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. How do you feel about the OnlyFans ban, and whose fault do you think it is that this stuff exists? Do you think that's the women's fault for being on the website and selling this kind of stuff, or do you think it's the man's fault for actually paying these losers, these really lonely people that are paying for this kind of content, which is just so stupid to me? If you want to be a loser and you want to sit inside and look at that kind of stuff all day, it's for free. It's there for free. Don't pay for it. It is what it is, though. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you did enjoy this video, though, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow me on Twitter, the link to that will be in the description as well. Thank you for watching the video. Hope to see you in the next one.